Yes, we're doing everything we can to bring the truth to you. Yes. If we control manufacturing in China, the crown control China. Uh, it's China right now, because the Strait of the Hormuz is being cut off from their corrupt oil that they've been buying under the market price from British Petroleum. If that gets cut off, and it was cut off by Trump, now China is having to deal directly with Trump, because now they just go from over the Pacific and they cannot control that. There is no strait. There's a big Pacific Ocean between the United States and China, and there's no way to stop that control mechanism from there. So maybe there is method to his madness to maybe say, oh, I asked all you different countries to come and help me protect the flow of oil in and out through the Strait of Hormuz, and there's nothing straight about it. It's a big hook in it, and but it's a very, very narrow area that can be controlled or invaded by missiles or drones or whatever you want to there is a level of unsafe travel through there. So, but they cannot do that in the wide open up waters of the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean or any other ocean type thing. So, it's very, very hard for that to be controlled. So you're going to see, people come to their senses, or, Japan needs oil, and they just cut a deal with the United States. The United States or North America, okay? This is how this is going to fly up. I believe this is just my own, my observation, okay? The United States or the commander is going to take over the Western Hemisphere, okay? Which is going to be, Greenland, Canada, United States, and right down to probably Panama. And then from the south, that'll be South America, and they'll have their own kingdom there. But there's such vast oil reserves in that countries that I just named that could supply the whole Asian market. They don't need to pull it out of the Middle East. And, what are they going to do? If they have to ship it from there, what are they going to do? Are they going to put it on a rail train or a train from Iran over to China? Well, that's a possibility. And that could very well be. But that would take years to have a train track built and train full of crude oil to be shipped, or even refined in Iran to be taken over there. That is all being cut off because the British Petroleum and that British Empire does not have control of that anymore. So, China's between a rock and a hard place, and so is Japan. And I believe what Trump is doing right now is bringing back the clarity, and he's bringing, of course, the board of peace, and he has to do the board of peace through strength. That's how this is being played out. Yes, I'm feeling very upbeat. Ohayo gozaimasu from Japan, or is it a good evening? Oh, konbanwa. I will go back to Japan. Yes, I spent 11 years there doing a lot of Canadian home building there. I was a site supervisor there for some 11 years. From 1985 to 96. And then, of course, the market crashed. They were doing a lot of corrupt through the banking system, playing with the real estate markets and stuff like that, inflating the prices of the market there, and of course they were borrowing against that inflated, unrealistic appraisals, and they got caught, and it basically really effed up the Japanese market at that time. So I just packed my bags and went to the Philippines and relaxed. I was doing pretty good money, so I was pretty footloose and fancy free back then. It was, it was a good time in my life. Yes. London City is the financial backbone to us, to all of us. Well, it was, Warrior. Okay. It's being dismantled because the corruption, the corruption and the warmongers, or what do you want to call them, the war hawks, that finance both sides of any war, it's all being taken down. This Nesara Gesara cannot move forward without world peace, and that's what Trump is shooting for right now. What did I say about April? Expect a lot of good things to happen, Lori, in April. And this might even be in the first week. Well, I just heard the other day they got a new or a location in Vancouver, British Columbia, a military medbed that is healing, and I think it's good to heal all disease, replace amputees, and restructure organs that were butchered by hospitals. And that's up and running right now for the public in Vancouver. I don't know how many there is there, but I heard the other day that is up and running. So, I mean, I'm heading that way shortly, I guess, and I could go search it out, but I just don't have time, and the traffic there is absolutely brutal. What do I feel about traveling in April? Well, I'm not traveling right now till I feel more comfortable myself, Christy. If you're flying by plane, it's okay to drive. If you're driving somewhere, at least you got some control of, if things get shut down, you can make a move. The highways will still be open, and they'll probably give you 72 or 2 or 3 days to get yourself back to a location where you can hunker down for the 10 days of darkness. But if you're in a plane, get stuck at an airport, I mean, that's a whole different story, right? You don't want that to happen. Have a set of wheels under you so you can, make contingent or plan B plans, or, go to plan B, right? Some are, medbeds are, yes, I know. Yeah, they are Stargazer. Some medbeds are a scam. And anybody that is trying to sell you, where they're saying, oh, come and see this medbed here, and it'll only cost you $300. Yes, that's a scam. If it's free, then you got, nothing to, nothing gained, nothing lost, right? I mean, it only costs you your time to go in there and check it out, and if it's all, bullock, then, you can, it never costs you anything other than your time, right? So never buy into the fact is that you have to pay for anything in the coming future. Okay, it's all going to be laid out for us, and as it should. Trump just saved Florida Congress man with a medbed. There you go. Thank you for the report. So the medbeds are being deployed. I'm supposed to be flying to my intuition is telling me to no. Well, that's what I mean. I'm not flying right now. I would love to go back to my home in the Philippines and visit my family, but I'm just not. I'm not ready. I think if the EBS comes down, or the wealth transfer of anything, I have to be here where it was created. So that's why I'm going to hunker down, and if nothing transpires by July, and if I don't feel like I'm happy with this, how things are going by July, I'm going to just, make my plan B move and jump on a plane and go. But I'm giving it till July the 4th and see how that all unfolds. That's what I'm doing. Air Canada jet crashed in New Jersey this morning. Yes, killed the pilot and co-pilot. Hell of a wreck. And I don't understand why that amount of damage. I mean, how fast were they going? I mean, if they're just taxiing, or were they on the runway taking off, and this stupid ground crew or ground equipment come onto the come onto the runway. I don't get it. I'm not sure what, because the taxiing, they go fairly slow and they would have time to stop. So, is it part of the movie? Who knows, right? What about silver? Silver, just hang on to it, and it's going to go parabolic. It's going to go vertical. It's in the launching pad, ready to rocket off, like everything. I mean, when you're seeing all this manipulated, the $67 an ounce silver, or $4,300 of gold, that's all on paper contracts. It's got nothing to do with the physical. I've said this over and over. You can make, they're over in Asia right now, and in many parts of the Middle East right now, they're 3 or 4 times as much as what they're trying to claim what the dollars are. And I'll tell you something here. The Chinese, the Indians, the Turkish, many countries are coming over and buying and depleting North American silver stock markets, or stocks, or silver metals markets, sucking them dry because it's such a bargain. So these parasitic, moronic, I'm not going to get into derogatory words, but they are beyond belief dum-dums that are selling it for this low stock because they tried to save their ass by driving the prices down to sell, and then turn around and say, we don't have the silver, but here's the cash, and it's only worth $67 an ounce instead of $170 or $300 an ounce. It's only worth 67, and that's how they're trying to get out of their short contracts. So once that gets done, you're going to find that these pagans are going to either get out of their shorts or they're not. And if they don't, then you're going to see a bad day for them. But this is not going to last long, and that low-hanging fruit, as I may call it, will be evaporated, and of course silver and gold and everything else will all be adjusted on the stock market prices that are here. So I believe the stock market here in New York is going to crash, and the COMEX is going to crash. All that stuff, they're going to be wiped out, and because they've got 90,000, is it 90,000? Yeah, 90,000 ounces. That's all they got left. In the last 6 months, China just bought 790 million ounces. 790 million ounces of silver, and they've stored it. They've taken it back to their country, and they're hoarding it because they know what's coming. So, but for us little players, sure, we're going to do fine. But I mean, I am seeing in April, I'm seeing $300 silver. That's what I'm seeing in April. And I could be wrong, but all the tea leaves are pointing in that direction. Yes, you keep saying, I mean, like I said, you stay with your own beliefs, stargazer. Stay with, if people are trying to, contradict you or whatever, just stay with what you're doing. I mean, all we have to do is throw it back in their face. I mean, all the tea leaves are pointing in the right directions about everything that's going on. And, we just have to watch what's happening on a daily basis. And use our discernment, which is, really widely needed right now. We got to exercise our intuition and our discernment and our critical thinking. Exercise that every day. Because that's what we're really needing right now, because of so much disinformation and manipulation going on right now. No, Israel does not control the U.S. Israel is done. Yahoo is either in a coma or he's in the box. There's going to be very incredible events. We're starting to more or less, I guess, feel the ascension and the upgrade, DNA upgrades that we're experiencing. We're going to start experiencing even more. Many unbelievable things are going to happen. Demonic sites are going to be brought down. This is all going by the numbers, and nothing's going to stop what's coming. I can say that for sure. So we just have to, as patriots, ones that are in shock and trauma, there to help clarify what is actually going down. I spent a couple hours yesterday helping people, and it was very sad to hear what they had to say, because they lost most of their family through the jabs. So them losing their daughter and other members, it's a terrible thing that, and we were always going to feel the results from this. And I knew a couple of their kids, from back in the day, and I knew when they had taken it, because they wanted to go visit the States and all this other stuff, and it was really, kind of a sad day yesterday. But we have to, this is why it's so important that we have to do everything in our powers to take care of ourselves at this point. Even if you haven't taken the jabberoonie, you still have to cleanse yourself. You still have to get into a hot bath and detoxify by putting salt in there, any type of salt, and of course Epsom salts helps, and of course baking soda, which is kind of a alkaline product that will draw out a lot of the metals out of your body, because look how many people had taken the jabberoonie, right? So I just wanted to touch on that, because it is kind of a it's a harsh topic, and it's a harsh reality that we all have to face, right?